Live again from the studio. I am doing something different this time. I am not putting my laptop in front of me, so I cannot see who's here or who's not. I can't even see my own image in the video. I don't know, I just felt like being rebellious and not doing what I always do. Go figure, it's a new moon Taurus, and I'm just like, whatever. So happy Earth Day to everybody. We are going to flow today, but I'd like to do a steady flow, nothing too fast, nothing too wicked. Just a kind of really grounded practice where we can really connect with our breath and our bodies and the practice of connecting to the ground below us. That only thing that we really can guarantee is going to be there, right? Is this ground. So when you're ready, go ahead and lay down onto your mats. Let your body fully claim the floor. So notice if you're tightening the muscular system anywhere, if your parts of your body are resisting the gravitational force of just letting yourself be a part of the ground. And during this time, notice these things, but try not to become too obsessed with correcting them. Because it's a slow flow today, you're going to have plenty of time to kind of just move through your posture work and adjust and change and whatever, but don't become so focused on the posture itself. Become more focused on the connection of your body to the elements around it. So taking those deep breaths in and out. And noticing where you're resistant or where you're resisting, where your tension is, where your tightness is, where your discomfort lies. Becoming more and more involved in the deeper breath, the intense desire to let go, and how quickly you resist that. And then when you're ready, take your legs wide apart, bend both your knees, keep your eyes closed, but just let the legs swish from side to side. Both legs going from one direction to the other. Letting that movement happen naturally from the lower back, from the hips, from the glutes, from the thighs. Again, just becoming really aware of how the legs feel against the earth, where the toes touch and where they don't. If you've gotten used to this motion, because we do this in the beginning of class every time, if you've gotten used to it, you might know that you're only working within a small window. You might feel like you just kind of go back to the same exact breath of movement. So maybe today you mix it up a little bit and give yourself a little bit wider berth. Maybe the legs go a little further from side to side than they did before. Maybe you notice that doesn't feel right. Maybe you have to bring it back in, make it smaller. One more time. Beautiful. Next time that you move to the left, go ahead and just let the legs rest to the left. Let that left leg kind of kick out to the side a little bit. Let the right foot move to the left. Just notice what's happening. Maybe the right hip lifts off the ground a little bit. And then carry across and take it to the right. Same thing, let your left hip lift just a little bit. The left foot come towards the floor if it touches. Maybe the right foot's coming to the floor. Maybe that left hip bone's lifted off the mat a bit. And then let's go back into center. Extend your legs. Press your hands into the floor and draw back into a child's pose. Shifting your hips back. Letting the belly draw down between the thighs and the head resting on the floor or on a block or on a mat or even just on your arms. While you're here, breathe deeply into the back of your body. Remember that your lungs are circular, they're round, so more ovally. But you can breathe into the back of the lungs. You don't have to just imagine that breath coming forward. You can breathe back into the spine of it. You can feel expansion behind the heart. You can feel expansion behind the ribs. You can feel expansion in the back of the ribs. And then as you exhale, you can feel the body kind of shift closer to the floor. We'll do that a couple times. Inhale, feel expansion, feel openness in the back body. And then as you exhale, soften and let yourself draw down deeper towards the floor. Notice where you're resisting this posture too. That's basically all you have to do in yoga, is just notice, become aware, and then adapt for the body you have at the moment, not the body you wish you had right now. And then when you're ready, nice and slow, we're going to start to work our body to the left. So walking those arms all the way over to the left, stretching as far over that left thigh as you can and reaching through that right arm. Let the right shoulder retract a bit. Let the body just kind of rest to this left side and really reach that right buttock away from you. And then let's carry it all the way across. So we're working our way over to the right, reaching through that left arm, letting the body fold to the right, opening up space between the left hip and that left fingertips. And then carrying our bodies right back through center. Big stretch back, really reaching through those hips. Last time here. And then pulling the body forward, coming into hands and knees. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. As you inhale, let the belly expand, chest lifts, hips lift. And then as you exhale, round the spine. Moving through these two very slow or quick, depending on how you're feeling today, motions. Letting your abdomen expand and the ribs open, the chest expand, and the head lift as you inhale. And then as you exhale, feeling everything roll back in, pulling towards the navel, pulling up and in through the spine. Squeezing the legs towards midline for those of you who are actively pursuing the pelvic floor. That engagement between your thighs will help lift the pelvic floor a little bit. Actively pursuing the pelvic floor. That's a new one. One more. Go ahead and lift. Beautiful. This time as you exhale, tuck your toes, round your spine, shift back into a down dog. It's a narrow down dog. It's not the biggest down dog. It's not your wide one. And then inhale, knees to the floor, chest lifts, hips lift, big expansion in the front of the body. Good, let's do it 3 more times. Exhale, round, lift, press back. Inhale, take the knees to the floor, slowly lift the chest, open the space in the front of the body. Feeling that ground underneath your hands, feeling that ground underneath your feet, feeling how the body moves away from the ground, but also how the body moves towards the ground. Aren't we lucky? Lucky to be able to experience this. One more just like that. Nice. This next time, exhale, round your spine, roll up into down dog, that narrow down dog, and then this time as you inhale, bend your knees, hover your knees over the mat, lift the head so it's in line with your spine, and come into this nice hovered hands and knees pose. Hold here, breathe, pull your belly button to your spine, just keep breathing the whole time. You can do it, just keep breathing. Pull the core in, last breath. Beautiful. Exhale, bring it back, down dog. Good. These next four are just like that. You're going to inhale, just hover the knees above the ground, shoulders down. And then you're going to exhale, draw it right back. I know a little bit of arm work here, but also using that core. Inhale. Don't drop your knees to the floor. Exhale. Or do. That's okay. Inhale. Knees just hover. Exhale. One more, here we go. Inhale, knees just hover. This time, shift your buttocks back as if you're gonna jump forward. You're not, but you might want to. And then slide your buttocks up that back wall, lower those heels to the floor, let your head hang down and breathe. Take some big deep breaths in and out. This is your down dog, so maybe lighten the load on your hands a little bit to draw the hips back a little more. Try not to muscle through the arms. Lift your heels and start to take some tiny baby steps forward. Working your way to the front of the mat. Pressing into the hands as you go. Once you get to the front of the mat, go ahead and come up slowly. Your head's been down for a while, so come up nice and slow. Bring your arms overhead. Interlace your fingers, turn the hands inside out, push up. Exhale, lean to your left. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, lean to your right. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, release the arms down, find your mountain pose, roll your shoulder blades back. We're going to actually come out of the idea of just doing a sun salutation right off the bat. We will get there, don't worry. But I'd like you to take your right leg back into warrior one. So warrior one is not as wide as two or triangle or wide leg forward fold. The right toes are going to be facing towards your right shoulder. You're going to make your right hip level with your left hip as best as you can. And then you're going to bend your left knee, bring it right over your ankle. Press down through the right pinky toe side of your foot and through the left big toe side of your foot. This way you can start to imagine that you're finding stability between the 2 feet. And then we're going to move from this position and we're going to take it right up into a straight leg. So you're going to inhale, arms come up, big stretch. Really reach up. And then exhale, bend the knee, let the arms come down by your side to relax the shoulders. Inhale, big deep stretch. So again, I'm always on 4s these days. Exhale. I have a weird mind. Quarantine and quattro keep working in my head, so 4 is what gets stuck in my mind. One more, here we go. Reach up. Keep that knee nice and engaged. Exhale, take it right back down. And this time, keep your knee bent and reach your arms up and overhead. Good, hold here. Find a nice, strong warrior one. Stay with your breath. We're going to go ahead and steadily bring our bodies forward. So we're going to exhale, reach the arms down by the hips, bring our body forward over that left thigh. Imagine you're holding a ball behind you. Inhale, arms come by the ears, and we're going to lift. So that action of holding a ball is important here. So imagine that engagement in your arms. As you exhale, pass that ball down through your body, hold it behind you, and lower. As you inhale, pass that ball forward above your head and lift. Notice my fingers are engaged, my arms are engaged because I want to hold this ball. I want to keep it steady. Exhale, hold the ball. Oops, I should have dropped my arms earlier. I apologize. Inhale, arms by the ears, hold that ball above your head and lift. Let's do one more like that. Exhale, drop the ball down, bring it behind you, hold it, squeeze your shoulder blades together a bit. Inhale, pass the ball forward, hold it above your head and lift. Beautiful. Press down through your left foot, keep engaging that ball between your hands. As you exhale, bring your right knee to touch the ball. This is a lot of imagination work. Inhale, step back, find warrior one. So for those of you who hate balance, this is the time that you start swearing at me. Exhale, touch the imaginary ball to the knee. Inhale, step back, warrior one. Two more, you got this. Exhale, imaginary ball to real knee. Inhale, imaginary ball overhead, step back, last one. Exhale. Inhale, hold that activity in the arm. Exhale, soften the hands, step your right foot forward. Relax your hands here. You should probably feel, or maybe you feel, like there was activity in the arms and hands and fingertips, so shake it out. You don't need to hold a 5-pound weight over your head to have strength. Sometimes our minds do enough of that just by focusing in the right places. Left foot. So, left heel's on the ground, hips are level, right knee's over your ankle. You're finding level space in the chest and in the hips. Shoulders are back and down. And then the first couple are just that extension. So we're going to inhale, reach up, straighten the right leg. Find a big stretch. Exhale. Inhale, nice, strong balance. Exhale. Inhale, nice, strong balance. Exhale. One more. Inhale, nice, strong balance. This time as you exhale, just bend that knee. Good. Finding that ball. So now we are holding a ball above our heads, our arms. The manner in which we extend the arms has changed. Exhale, take the ball down in front of you, pass it behind your back, and once it's there, squeeze the ball as you lean forward. Inhale, squeeze that ball as you bring it above your head, press through the legs and core, and lift. That's one. Exhale, ball comes down through the body and behind, squeeze as you lower. Inhale, arms come forward, ball above the head, and lift. Hold that ball. You can imagine it's a beach ball or exercise ball. Take it down, hold it behind you, and lower. Activate those arms. Inhale, bring it forward, and lift. Nice, one more. Exhale, bring it down in front of you, hold that ball. You can imagine you're holding the earth itself. That'd be pretty intense. Go ahead and lift it above your head, and up we go. Let's pass the ball to the knee. So, like we're in soccer, exhale, press, take that ball down. You know I don't know sports, so honestly I have no clue why you would need to do this in soccer. You probably don't. Exhale, tap. Inhale, hold that ball, strong. Exhale, tap. Inhale, hold that ball strong. One more. Exhale, tap. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, step forward, let your arms go. Breathe here. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms. Relax your legs. Let's go through a sun salutation. Beautiful thing about sun salutations. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come all the way down, bend your knees. They're a greeting to the sun. Inhale, hands to the shins. A greeting to a new day. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg comes back. Exhale, left leg comes back. Lower down the way you want to, so we'll do it knees, chin, chest so you see it. Inhale, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, down dog, everyone's favorite. Inhale, right foot comes forward. Exhale, left foot comes forward. Inhale, press through the feet, rise all the way up. Exhale, take it all the way down. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg comes back. Find that nice strong lunge. We'll be here again soon. Inhale, right leg comes back. Find that strong leg. This time if you want to lower chaturanga style, you can. foot forward, in between your hands. Exhale, right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Take a slight back bend. Exhale, let's make our way to a lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg back. Find yourself back into your lunge. Lower your right knee to the floor. You can always have blocks under your hands here. I usually show all these practices with blocks, but today I decided to, again, just switch it up a little bit. Here we go. Pull your belly button to your spine. Squeeze your legs towards midline. Reach your arms forward. Hold your ball. Lift. You got the whole world in your hands. Hold here and breathe. Roll your shoulder blades down. Lift through the center of your chest. Find breath. Awesome. Relax the wrist and hands. Take that right hand to the outside of your left knee. Keep the left knee bent. Reach your left arm back. Find that nice twist. Let's go ahead and take that left hand to your right leg and reach your right arm up. If you can't touch the leg, that's okay. Just place your hand on your lower back. You can walk your hand down to wherever it goes, but don't lose your left knee over your ankle. One more breath. Exhale, lower that right hand down to the floor. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Find that twist. We're going to tuck the back toes. Lift your back knee, high lunge. Left knee comes forward, right knee comes up. Left arm keeps reaching back. Exhale, left hand comes down. Inhale, step back. Exhale, lower the way you want to. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, down dog. Big stretch back. I want you to think of all the parts of your body that connect to the ground during this process. Right? So now you have your hands and your feet to the floor. One more breath. We have to lift that right foot off the ground to bring it forward. We're going to take it right between the hands. Here we are in our lunge, and we're going to lower that left knee down to the ground, untuck the toes. So now we have a lot more on the ground. Reach the arms forward, hold that ball above your head, the whole earth, the whole world. Engage, lift your chest, find your breath. Big stretch to the sky. Big open space in your heart. Beautiful, relax that hold. Let's take that left hand to the outside of the right knee. Reach your right arm back. That right hand can stay on your lower back or it can rest onto your left thigh. You can reach your left arm up. Deepen that twist, but also deepen that lunge. Let the knee come forward a bit. One more breath. Exhale, start to carry that left hand down to the ground. Inhale that right arm up. Hold here first. Hug your right knee to your chest. I know it opens away from you. Pull it back in. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. Find that nice strong lunge. Don't lose your right knee. Pull it forward. Push through your right big toe. Exhale. Flow that right hand to the floor. Inhale. Step back again. Find your plank. Exhale and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog, big stretch. Nice strong ground. Nice big support. One more breath. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and lift this left leg. Big stretch to the sky and take that left foot forward in between our hands. We're going to stay here and just lower that right heel to the floor, coming through warrior two. Big arc to get there first. Left knee over your ankle. Shoulder blades down the back. Pressing through the pinky toe of the right foot. Warrior two for just 2 more breaths. Warrior two for 1 last breath. Straighten your left leg. Start to move your left hip underneath of you. Reach as far forward from your toes as you can. And then place that left hand either onto the floor or a block behind your ankle. Right hand to your right hip. Or the knuckles can come to the inside of the left leg. Whatever works for you today. Some people are going to be flat right to the floor. I don't want you to roll your chest towards the ground, okay? Instead, roll your right shoulder back, roll your right hip back, turn your head or look forward or down, and lift. Find triangle or Trikonasana. Roll your shoulder blades down your back to help open your chest. Move the shoulders away from your ears, left hip away from your armpit. Last 2, last 1. Bend your left knee, come all the way through warrior 2. Go ahead and cartwheel the hands out, left hand, right hand, lift the back heel, lunge. Nice. Step back into plank or go straight to down dog or child's pose and lower. Shake out your head, soften your neck and your jaw, press away through the base of the thumb and the first finger, spread the fingers out. Shift your heels towards the mat as the buttocks come away from you. Take 2 breaths. Take 1. And then let's lift that right leg up as high as we can. Send that right foot forward in between our hands. Find our lunge. Spin the left heel to the mat so that the left toes face forward. Right knee over the ankle. Come into warrior 2. Roll your shoulder blades back and down. It's hot in the studio. It's because it was cold, so I turned the heater on. Now I'm committed. Shoulder blades back and down. Right knee over your ankle so you're getting that nice, deep, wide stretch in the legs. You're finding your breath. 1 more like this. Beautiful. Go ahead and straighten that right leg. And then reach your arm as far forward past your toes as possible. Take that right hand down. Either the knuckles to the inside of the calf, left hand to your left hip, or placing the hand onto the floor. Maybe it's a palm to the floor. If it's a palm to the floor and you have to roll, then use a block or your fingertips. I'm using fingertips today. Reach your right hip away from your armpit. It's a long hold in triangle. Left arm comes up when you feel comfortable here. Head can look down, forward, or to your thumb. I have a lot of hair, so I typically look down. It's a little rough on my neck. Engage your right thigh muscle, move your right hip underneath of you. Turn the chest a bit. It's not a twist, although it does feel like you're twisting. It's not really a twist. You really are just trying to keep your body in line. That's all. That's all it is. A little engagement in the knee, or I should say in the thigh. It's a great pose for strengthening the legs, guys. Maybe not white knuckling the floor, right? Body can stay in line without your hand. 3, 2, 1. Bend your right knee, come out. Cartwheel out, right, left. Beautiful. Step it back into your plank. Find that strength in your plank. If you hate planks, you can put your knee on the ground, right? Take one at a time, maybe just the left knee for a moment, and then do the right. Press back through your heels. Find structure and balance and support. Maybe take your feet a little wider apart to keep you from wobbling too much. Press through your right hand. See if you can touch your right shoulder with your left hand. Take your left hand to the floor. See if you can touch your left shoulder with your right hand. Try to keep your shoulders over your wrist. Exhale, take it over. Take it down. It's like you're playing patty cake with yourself. And down. 1 more on each side. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 more on each side. 1, down. 1, try not to move your hips too much. Down, last one. Down, last one. down, lower, lift. A little bend in the elbows, look through your chest. Stretch that front belly. Shoulders away from your ears. One more breath. Perfect. Tuck your toes. Draw back, down dog. Keep your feet wide, okay? So they're about mat distance apart. That's going to give you a little bit of extra space to work with. You can also child's pose here. Please don't let me stop you from increasing your proficiency in child's pose. One more breath, just like this. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to keep the feet wide. We're going to walk the hands back towards the feet. Good. So a little bit of a wider leg stance, just letting the body fold, head coming towards the floor. Now, if you haven't gotten your way all the way to the back of your mat, take a couple steps to get back there, or just one or two. Bend your knees nice and deep. Reach your arms forward. Press the palms into the floor. So you're going to transition weight into the hands as you hop your feet onto each side of your hands. So we're hopping, real light and low. Arms come out. Hopping, real light and low. Hands come out, hopping, real light and low. Beautiful, come all the way to the front of the mat, big stretch to the sky. Take a moment, let your heartbeat come back down. Hopping does hop your heartbeat up. Yep, that was bad. Exhale, take it all the way down. Let's try to hop back this time. So remember, you're hopping back into a squat, so you're going to start to travel backwards without knowing what's really there. But you know what you know is there? The floor. So have a little bit of faith that the earth's going to catch you. Now, hopefully not catch you in the face, but more catch you under the feet. So, hands are on the floor. Hop. Hands come down towards your feet. Hands are on the floor. Hop. Hands come down towards the feet. Hands are on the floor. Hop. Hands come down towards your feet. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Reach your arms overhead. Big stretch. It's more about the control, less about just plopping forward. And to release your hands behind your back, lift. Turn your head, look over your right shoulder. Turn your head, look over the left shoulder. So no plopping, no loud sounds if possible. Imagine you have a cake in the oven and you don't want it to fall. Arms come up. Squat down, hands come between the feet. Reach the arms arm length in front of you. Press into your hands as you lift. Hop. Reach forward. Hop. Reach forward. Hop. Hold here. Drop your hips down. Hands together. Breathe. Sit tall as you feel comfortable being. Find your right arm. Let's reach that right arm away from us as we just stretch that left arm out. You can bind here if you're a binder. Bring your hands together. Left arm, right arm out. One side's always harder, and this is my harder side. Exhale, hands together. Inhale, press through your feet. Turn your feet to face forward. And forward fold again. I'm going to come back just a bit. Shake out your head, soften your neck and your jaw. Great job, guys. Alrighty, so come to standing for a moment. Give yourself a moment to just stand up, reassert your stability, right? Heads upright, we can see what's going on around us, we know where everything is. So I want to give you the opportunity of coming into a crow pose. When I was a kid, I remember my father calling it the frog. But it's not, it's a crow pose. I mean, in yoga, it's a crow pose. It could be a frog pose in upstate New York. So we're going to squat down again. Now I'm going to show you how to do this without blocks, but there are 50,000 ways you can come into this pose. And it's really not important that you ever lift your feet off the ground. What is important is that you remember the cat-cow motion of your spine. So remember in cow, you let your belly come down, shoulders back, hips back. Imagine on hands and knees. Exhaling, you rounded, contracted, and pulled in. This is the option, this is the action that you're going to use to help keep your knees up. So, legs go wide. If you want to, you can start with your feet on blocks. It gives you a little bit more height. And again, this isn't important. If you are not into this at all, I want you to do some hopping, just like we just did. Or you can do this on your back, which we're going to do later as ab work. Elbows are going to come underneath your shins. Knees are going to come up towards your thighs, or excuse me, knees are going to come up towards your armpits, as high up as you can get them. Hands are going to be nice and steady on the floor. And you're going to look forward, not directly down. If you look directly down by your hands, your head body's going to go, oh, she wants to put her head on the floor, or he. Instead, I want you to look forward. That'll keep making the body think you want to extend forward. It's not going to be a long hold, because we're going to go up a couple times. You're going to lift your heels, shift your weight forward, look forward, lift one foot, maybe lift the other foot, maybe, oops, lift both. Engage your core, pull up. Place your feet onto the floor, sit back for a moment, and come all the way to standing. If you were scared that you were about to face plant, that's okay. Put a blanket under your head. You are literally 4 inches off the ground, maybe 5. Unless you're me with like mostly nose, most of the time you can't hurt yourself too much if you just kind of fall out. Just round and roll, right? Is it, you know, yoga isn't without its danger. It's bad boy yoga. Here we go, take it down. Lift your heels, drop down to a squat. Remember, you might just be one of those people who are just hopping around, you know, just hopping and feeling around. I want you to feel the support of the earth underneath of you, okay? Feel that ground. Even though you're lifting your support, I want you to push, pull, engage, reach, lift, breathe, hold onto it, you're almost out, and then take it right back down. That was it. Just 2. If you were there that whole time just kind of hanging out while I was talking, mazel tov, good for you. And then for those of us who were in and out an hour, a little bit out of breath, let's do one more sun salutation and make our way to the floor. All the way to the front of the mat. Here we go. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, connect to your breath. I promise it'll be nice and worth it. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg back. Find that lunge. Hold here, breathe. One more breath. Inhale, left leg back. Hold here and breathe. Connect to your breath, connect to the floor. Lower down the way you want to. Maybe it's knees, chin, chest, maybe it's halfway. It's up to you. Inhale, lift your heart. Roll your shoulders back. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward, hold the lunge. Couple breaths, push back through your heel. All right, press your right foot into the ground. Exhale, forward fold. Nicely done. Let's make our way to the mat. However you want to get there is fine. Awesome. So as promised, I do want to do a couple abdominal exercises using that crow, but in this case I'm going to call it the upstate New York frog because it does look a little like a frog in this posture work. So, laying down to your back. I want you to imagine exactly what we did on our hands, only this time on our back. So your knees are going to come towards your shoulders, and your hands are going to try to touch the wall on the other side of your feet. So you're squeezing everything to that midline. Your tailbone, everything's coming to midline. So as you inhale, let's go ahead and fully extend. You can touch the floor or not. And then as you exhale, pull, push, pull, 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 pull. And then inhale, open it back up. Exhale, squeeze, try to touch the floor, pull your belly button in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, push, 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 past your feet. Really hug your knees into your arms. Inhale, reach. One more, exhale. Really squeeze, push, 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 push. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull your knees into your chest, let your head rest. Roll your head from side to side. Awesome. So let's spin, I'm going to spin around just because I have all these pretty little rocks by my head. I didn't want them by my butt. So from here, we're going to do the same thing all over again. So we're going to end off with 4 sets of 4. So that was 1 set. Ready? It's a good thing I can't see ya. Reach everything away. Exhale, squeeze and push, squeeze and push, squeeze and push. Inhale, that's 1. Exhale, squeeze and push, squeeze and push, squeeze and push. Inhale, that's 2. Exhale, squeeze and push, squeeze and push, squeeze and push. Inhale, 3. Exhale, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Inhale, 4. Take those knees in. Roll from side to side. I'm going to cheat this one on that one. I really shouldn't be allowed to do anything with numbers. You ready? We got 2 more rounds to go. Here we go. Open it all up. Exhale, squeeze. 1 froggy, inhale. Exhale, squeeze. 2 froggies, inhale. Exhale, squeeze. 3 froggies, inhale. Exhale, squeeze. 4 froggies, and relax. Roll from side to side, roll your head. Let's do 1 more round. Let's get it over with. Just suspending the inevitable here. All right, ready? Big extension, squeeze the belly. Exhale, squeeze, pull your pelvic floor up. Inhale, pelvic floor, people. Exhale, squeeze, pull your pelvic floor up. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze, pelvic floor. Inhale, last one. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Take your feet to the floor. Take your arms down. Windshield wiper your legs. Feet are wide. Maybe you feel a sensation in your belly. Maybe not. Maybe you could have done those frog exercises for the next 20 minutes and been like, it's nothing. But maybe you weren't really enjoying them that much. But you did them. And now you have a lot more substance, a lot more of your body in contact with the floor. And we are resting deeper on the ground again. And let's go ahead and take this straight into happy baby. That means that you're going to pull one knee in towards your shoulder again, and maybe grab the bottom of your foot, and let the sole of your foot face the ceiling here. For those of you who this is very difficult for, doing it one leg at a time is a lot easier. You can also grab the inside of the knee, or even the ankle, and see how that feels. So you can go one leg, or you can go both legs. We don't want the feet to come together here. It does feel good in the hips a little bit, and we can come out of it that way, but we do want to have that opening coming into the hips. The knees are coming down, the soles of the feet are facing upwards, the shoulders are drawing away from our ears, and we're actually not trying to lift the tailbone up, but instead drawing the tailbone towards the floor. And that might change your happy baby here. It might not feel as happy that way, but we want a little bit of engagement in that lower torso. Some people prefer to grab from the outsides of the feet. You're welcome to do that if you want, right? You're just working with what feels good for your body right now. If you're on one leg, try to switch over to the other leg, and we're going to be here for the rest of this time, so that way you're nice and even. Let's take 1 or 2 more breaths here. And then go ahead and grab the ankles, take the soles of the feet together, and just let the knees come out to the side. Breathing deep into the belly. And then let's go ahead and bring those knees together. Let's bring the arms out like a T to our body. So they're right in line with our shoulders. We're going to lower both of our knees to the right. Now, as you lower your knees to the right, try to scoot your right hip under you a little bit more. Place your right hand to the outside of your left leg. And just breathe. You can turn and look over the right shoulder. Or turn and look up to the sky. Or if you want to, you can turn and look over that left shoulder. It depends what feels okay for your neck. I wanted to get some frog-like movements in here, and even though it's called the crow, it still always reminds me of the frog because of the story I just told you about my dad calling it the frog. But I wanted to bring that in because I like the idea that frogs can live in 3 different spaces within the earth. They can live underwater, they can live on land, and they live in the air for a lot of time because they're kind of jumping up and in that, they spend a lot of time just jumping and being in the sky. So, I don't know, they make me think of Earth Day. Every time I think of Earth Day, I think of frogs. Maybe it's because I was brought up in that peace frog generation. Reach that right arm up, pull the knees to center, and that peace frog was always sitting onto an earth. Rock those knees to the left. Move your head to wherever it needs to go. Really try to get that left hip underneath you. Let's take 1 more breath here. Awesome. Come back into center. Place the soles of your feet together. Open your knees out to the side. For those of you who can let your knees just drop on the floor, good, more power to you. If you're like me and you have a little bit of tension in your hips or in your groin area, you can place a block underneath of each side of your thighs. That way you have support. That way the earth kind of extends up to your legs. And you can feel the body almost resting a little bit easier. We don't want the body to crack open, right? We don't want the pelvis to just overstretch. We want to give it time. You can always move the blocks further away if you wanted to give yourself a little bit more support. Readjust the lower back, maybe place a blanket under your head, and then from here, place one hand, pick the hand that you want to, onto your belly button, and the other hand onto your chest. So for some people, there needs to be a little bit of support under the elbow to get their hand onto their chest for whatever reason, right? Because it's maybe not as easily held, touched with the elbow on the ground. And then the other hand can be supported as well to touch the belly. And then close your eyes and just let your body breathe for a moment. And as you're breathing, without being picky about it, just notice how the body's breathing. Notice the adjectives that come up to this, or the description words that come up when you breathe. Does it feel smooth or raggedy? Does it feel hard or soft? Does it feel difficult or easy? Don't change it. Don't move it. Don't change the way you breathe for right now. Just explore how it feels to breathe. How do you feel breathing right now? And then let's see if we can change the pattern of breath safely. So as you inhale, feeling the breath coming into the belly first, and then filling up the lower part of the lungs, and then finally moving its way up into the chest. And then, as you exhale, exhaling all the way out from the top part of the lungs through the chest. And then, once you've left all that air out of the top, go ahead and lower it all the way out from the abdomen side, so from the bottom, pulling the belly button to the spine. And then repeat. Inhaling, abdomen. Carrying into the chest. Exhaling, chest, carrying into the abdomen. And do that a couple more times. Just focus on the breath. One more breath like that. And then we're going to very slowly, maybe with the help of our hands, place our hands on the outside of our legs and pull the knees together. And then we'll move our blocks out of the way for those of you who use them. And we're going to pull the right knee into our chest and extend the left leg. Pull the left knee into your chest, find that stretch, the back of the left thigh, and then extend the right leg. know your breath, know your strength. Know your flexibility, know your softness, know your hardness. Then pull your right knee into your chest again, hold it in nice and tight. And then one last time, take it through a twist. Both knees to the left, arms out to the side. And then coming through center, taking it over to the right. Last twist. Last moments here. And then go ahead and come back into center. Extend your legs onto the ground. Let your arms rest down by your sides. Move your head from side to side. Find a comfortable position for your last and final position of yoga, the corpse pose. Allow your eyes to close. Feel the full weight of your body letting go against the ground or towards the ground. Give yourself the opportunity to let go just for a couple moments. We know it's hard to make this a priority in your life. But think of it as a love letter to the ground below you. See if you can fill your body up with gratitude. Gratitude for the rising of the sun, the setting and lifting of the moon. Gratitude for something constant in a day full of inconsistencies. A day where you don't always know if it's 11 a.m. or 1 p.m. or maybe they all just sound the same now. Fill the body up with gratitude that when you get out of bed in the morning, your feet touch the floor touches the earth. It's there, it's stability, it's relied upon. Fill yourself with gratitude, knowing that as you lay down upon this beautiful planet and are rested, relaxed. And that even if she changes, even if her storms rage, if her fires burn, if her floor and her body shake, she's still there. We still have her. Imagine that gratitude that's filling your body warms the space of the earth that you're laying upon, connects to her, shows that you care. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, awakening the body. Roll over onto your right side into the fetal position. And press your left hand into the floor and come all the way up into seated. Allow your hands to come together in prayer and in gratitude. And see if you can think of just one thing that you can do from this point forward to make sure that she's protected, that you are protected, that we are protected, that the earth moves freely and healthy, so that we can be free and healthy. Thank you so much for coming today. Again, happy Earth Day. Thank you so much for spending the morning with me. I'm so grateful beyond words for you and for her. Namaste.